everyone, this is Meg with a first impressions video for you today. The game in question being From Software's PlayStation 2 survival horror Kuon. Kuon is what is known as a something I can't pronounce horror, which is basically a horror setting with an old world feel or twist. At the beginning of this game you have a choice to play a yin or yang phase, each represented by a different female character. So your choices are of Utsuki, who is the lead exorcist's daughter, and Sakuya, who is the lead apprentice of the lead exorcist. I think the first thing that struck me about Kuon was the atmosphere. There's this ongoing silence in the environment, like you're in some sort of vacuum. No birds are singing, there's no wind in the trees, it's just silence. Occasionally you'll hear the odd noise that breaks the silence, which is really effective in freaking you out, and sometimes you'll hear the quiet singing of the theme. I also can't pronounce that title, so I'm going to put it here for your reference. All in all, it's amazingly effective. It shows you that a lack of sound can be just as effective as, well, sound. The gameplay impressed me too. Now, I've mentioned before that I don't really like slow, drudgy gameplay. I can't imagine anyone who would like that. But as a lover of the survival horror, I'm quite open admitting that I'm not in love with the stereotypical survival horror gameplay.
Swipe, swipe. Prod.
Kuon is a welcome change so far because you can actually have access to weapons that cause real damage. Now, the combat is split into two sections. You've got hand-to-hand and magic. Hand-to-hand isn't too impressive, but magic I'm a big fan of. There's a fire spell that you can use to shoot fireballs at an enemy. That's really easy to use and really effective. Also, my favourite thing to do was summon. My favourite would be the wolf. You can summon him to fight your enemies for you because I'm lazy. I love the fact that they added this kind of magic aspect to the survival horror formula. I really think it made it interesting. The graphics tie in wonderfully with the game and the narrative. They paid a lot of attention to detail and everything was beautifully kind of aged. The guys at From Software were also really aware of colour. Even though most of their palette was quite muted, they'd have the occasional snap of colour in important places. For example, you'll be in a, I don't know, upturned tea house and there'll be two kind of blood red columns. And I liked that. I felt that was very Sixth Sense. The character models are great. I prefer Utsuki's design personally to Sakuya. I feel that Utsuki embodies the feel and the theme of the whole game. She wears a long flowing red kimono which when she walks kind of, I don't know, billows in the wind really eerily. So if you tie that together with her carrying this lone lamp, she looks really ghostly. Sakuya, I think, is too bright and vivid against the kind of muted backdrop and doesn't really fit in. Overall, I'm really impressed with Kuon so far. I'm just annoyed that it slipped under my radar for so long. As I mentioned before, I love survival horror. This game utilises the icons of the genre whilst hyping it up in areas where it's needed, but still keeping that kind of slow-paced, dark, brooding atmosphere that we love so much. I've also read that playing and finishing each phase will unlock a whole extra spin on the storyline to play. So anyone who's looking for high replay value, Kuon makes you play the game at least 3 times. So far I absolutely love this. It's quenching my thirst for a good old-fashioned survival horror until hopefully a new one for the new generation will be out. Here's hoping. So thank you for watching this video and thank you for all of your support. I'm going to try and get a video out every Thursday. So I will see you all soon. Well, I'll see you all next Thursday. Bye.